Okay, so we did our first part. Middle of her eyebrow, arch down to the bottom. She has quite a bit of hair, so I'm doing a little bit less parting down here on the base of her neck. So there's like that much there. And then we'll part the other side. And let me hold this. Right here? Yeah, that'll be perfect. Section it off. 5. And I'll come over here. So we're going from the middle of her eyebrow. Do like a straight, and then just follow the curve of her head. Have your middle parting. And then just make sure that your partings are even on each side. So when you comb them, that they look fairly even. So this is back, middle, side. Okay, so we're just spraying the sides with water, getting them nice and wet so we can form it to the shape that we want. And if you have like a bristle brush, this is like a good thing to use, like a soft boar bristle, not the round ball ones. And then just make sure that you comb it down and back away from the ear so that it gives a nice smooth slickness. Do you want to call this? And then we're going to slick the hair back to behind the ear. And I use 2 clear elastics. If you wet hairspray.
That's wrong. You don't have
so that it stays.
on Thursday.
So you should have 2 low ponies that match on each side when we pull our braid in.
Oh, sure.
Yep. Okay, so you section off the front section just enough to smooth, and then we're going to back comb or rat the middle section. So go through, and I just start middle and end till you have a good base. The next section. Same thing. Notice that there's hair left out on each side so that when we braid it, it's smoother. Okay, so this is as far down as you would back comb. So just right above the ponytails, kind of just right at like the curve of their head. So then I go through and spray that with hairspray each base.
Hello?
Other way.
Hi.
There you go. So just spray at the base of each section that you just back combed all the way to the front. So you take this first front section that you started left out, and that's where you start your braid. So don't start with a big section like this. Take a small section in the front. And I comb all of my hair back so that I can make sure that I get most of it in when I braid. And so I start with comb out, and then I'm not good at tutorial braiding.
You're doing great.
So take your 3 strands and you start under. So go under, and that's my first chain. Then the next section, you add hair. And comb it out so it's smooth. And then take your next strand, go under, add hair, and comb it out. So it's smooth. And take your next strand, under, add hair, smooth it out. And next one. And make sure that you're getting all of the hair, because sometimes it likes to get caught on your section down here. And next one. And just make sure that you keep smoothing all of your strands as you go. The closer you are to that, or closer to their hair, the tighter the braid will be. So next we're gonna pull in our ponytails. So I'm gonna just split her ponytail. I'm probably gonna do hers in thirds. So I'm just taking the top section of her ponytail. I'm going to add it to my underneath braid. So right here. And then I'm not adding any of the hair from the middle section, just from the ponytail. And doing the same to this side. So just taking a third of it, adding it to that bottom braid, and pulling, make sure that I keep my hands as close to her head as possible, and keeping my hands tight so that these sections will be tight. So pulling tighter with our braid. Same section here, gonna take this, split it again, add it to my bottom. So she has this section left. Pulling tight. Next section. So she has this section left out, as well as this is her middle section. I'm pulling tight. Okay, Kennedy, lift it down. Then add your last section. I'm going to add some from the middle section as well as her ponytail. And keep braiding. Same here. Gonna use that. Hi. And then we're just gonna add this and braid all the way down to the end of her hair. And put an elastic in. If you're doing clear, I'd add 2 just in case one breaks. And then we'll pancake her braid, starting at the bottom, pulling out the outside edges of her braid, not her whole entire braid, just the outside edges. And just move our way up to the top, pulling more out on the top than on the bottom.
I'm scared. Hello?
And make sure that you keep spraying with your wet hairspray.
Hunter? No, that's Marriott Hotels, whatever that
Make
means.
your fuzzies kind of go with your braid as you're pulling out any little flyaways that you have. Then we'll do her. Okay, so this is the long hair bun. Olivia's hair is probably longer than anybody else's, but this is how you do the long hair bun. So you're gonna take your ponytail, slide it through your 2 ponytails here, bring it up through, and then you're going to go across and bring it back down through your other 2 ponytails.
I'm here.
Okay. So then you'll have your tail. Then you just, most of you shouldn't have this long of a tail. This should be pretty much where you end, and then you just bobby pin it under. If their hair is long enough, you just keep going through again. And just make sure that you're pulling it tight so that it has a good base. Then I'm gonna go through and bobby pin it. Make sure that it's secure. So you'll just bobby pin so it feels secure. So you'll put a few bobby pins in, and then then we'll do the hairnet. So you take the hairnet, the elastic side, make sure that your bunches go underneath. Pull it tight, and then you just cross, pull it down through, cross again, pull it down through. Make sure that you get all of your hairs underneath in your hairnet, and then pull your hairnet wide enough and secure it. Okay, so that's Olivia long-haired bun. Okay, Sadie and Kennedy, I'm gonna do the tuck on. So I'm going to take Sadie's ponytail and tuck it up underneath. There should be some space between your braid and their hair. So you're just gonna stick it up through.
Be helpful like me.
Yeah, be helpful. Come on. And then go in and secure the braid.
Is Miss Brooks' phone in here?
It's right there. Okay, shake your head. I usually have them shake their head forward and back and side to side just to make sure that the bobby pins stay in. So you just bobby pin it to make it secure.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, and then Kennedy. So Sadie's hair doesn't need a hairnet, but Kennedy's will. So Kennedy's, I'm going to wrap hers too. So we're gonna pull it up through, bring it across, and pull it down, and secure it with bobby pins. And then make sure that you just keep spraying it so all the fuzzies stay. And then let me grab the hairnet.
Really close up.
And then do the same thing with her hairnet. So you just make sure that you get your elastics, pull it up tight. And if they don't have a big bun, kind of like Olivia did, take and bobby pin the sides. So it's secure. So it has somewhere to anchor onto. Same thing here. So you're going to take it and secure over here.
She's very serious.
Very serious.
Get out of my video.
Okay.
You've already had your specialty time. So my turn.
Okay. Then we guys just line up together.
Yeah. Small, medium, large.
Was that a bad joke?
So
It
then
actually was large, small.
Your short hair bun and your medium hair bun. Make sure that you are secure. Make sure that you are doing your partings. And every single one of these, I have one ponytail. So she probably has the thickest, and then Liv has the next thickest. As long as you're splitting your ponytails up into your braid, you should be fine. So make sure that you're getting your braid close to the front, and make sure that you're pulling it out. And spray it really well.
Yeah! Good luck!